Hey guys, today I'm going to be discussing the new single from Angels and Airwaves, Rebel Girl. So I actually recorded a review of this song the other day, when the day the single came out. However, it got copyrighted and blocked worldwide and everything, so instead of just like re-editing that version and trying to get that out, I was like, I'll just redo it, because I've heard it more times now. It's given me more time to process the single, so my review will be more informed anyway. It'll be a more accurate representation of my thoughts on the track. So yeah, I'll just do it this way instead. This should be one of two reviews today, because the new Wild Hearts album dropped today as well, so hopefully we'll be getting two videos up today, a track review and an album review. So Angels and Airwaves, they're a band that I got into quite late. I only got into them last summer. Now they've been around since like 2006, and I became a fan last summer, as I said. Now I've grew up a huge fan of Blink-182. I used to see them on Kerrang all the time and stuff, and I mean I grew up listening to them, especially when like Neighbourhoods came out. I listened to that a lot, so I grew up sort of listening to Tom DeLonge. However, Angels and Airwaves, as I said, I got into late. I mean, I got into them last summer. I decided to finally listen to We Don't Need to Whisper, their debut album, which I liked, especially like certain tracks in it I really liked. I really liked the opening song, I liked Distraction, I liked The Adventure, you know. There were some cool tracks on there. But it was their next album, I Empire, that I really realised how much I liked Angels and Airwaves. This album was... I just love that album. I think there's hardly any filler on it. There's some great tracks. Heaven in particular is a brilliant song. Breathe is very good. Was it Everything's Magic, the single? Very cool song. It's just it's a nice easy listen as well, that album. Now after that they did the Love albums, Love Part 1 and 2. Now those albums had a lot of good stuff on them, had some filler as well. I think if they'd been condensed down to one album maybe they would have been stronger, but I mean there was some good stuff on there. Flight of Apollo I really like, Hallucinations is cool, Anxiety is a good song. Yeah, there was some good stuff. And then they did the Dreamwalker in 2014, that was their last full-length studio album. And that one I'm not into too much. It's alright, there's some good songs on there. However, as a whole album, I'm not too in love with it. It's alright, it's a decent enough album, but it's nothing I'm going to lose my shit over. Since then they did a couple of EPs and stuff, and this is this upcoming album, whenever it gets announced, is going to be their next full-length album. Hopefully, we're hoping it's not another EP, because that would be a slap in the face, I think, to a lot of fans. But we've finally got this first new single from Angels and Airwaves, and the first thing we've heard from them in a few years, called Rebel Girl. Now this came out the other day. I gave the song a listen when it came out. I heard it I think the day before it got played on a radio station somewhere. I don't know where or what station it was, but somebody uploaded it to YouTube, so I heard it then, and then I watched the visualizer video the next day. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on the track, give it an overall rating. That's pretty much it, give my positive and negative aspects of the song as well. So let's get into the track. So, Rebel Girl. Straight away the song starts with a lot of keyboards. It sort of gives a cool vibe at the start of the song, as it's very, very keyboard based. Throughout the song this remains the same. It's not too guitar based, which is a bit different for DeLonge. I know we saw more of that on the Dreamwalker, and there's keyboards have always been a present theme throughout Angels and Airwaves music. However, they're very, very present on this song. The guitar plays a minor role compared to the keyboards in the song, and I think that's kind of cool. But and it works well with the song as well, because this song has quite an 80s sounding vibe to me personally. It's definitely poppier for Angels and Airwaves. I know they've done poppier tracks in the past, but this is a very, very poppy Angels and Airwaves track, and it's almost got a bit of an 80s sound sort of to me personally. Although it sounds modern, it's got that kind of vibe. For me personally, it's catchy. It's got a big chorus, and it's got loads of keyboards, and it just gives me a bit of an 80s vibe, even though it's got modern production. But straight away, DeLonge sounds good. However, the question has to be asked: how much auto-tune is being used on his voice? Although he sounds good, and I'm not accusing or anything. Don't get me wrong, but when you look at like the later Blink performances and stuff, and it's kind of like how good is his voice now? And there's bits of this song where I think auto-tune's quite present. It may be in the bridge as well. However, DeLonge sounds good on the verses especially, and I mean the chorus, and it's great to hear his voice back because it's been quite a long time since we heard some new stuff with DeLonge's vocals on there. And obviously he's got such a distinct voice throughout the years, you know, with Blink, Boxcar Racer, you know, Angels and Airwaves, everything. He's got such a distinct voice, and whatever sort of style of music he's gone and done, you could instantly tell it was him. And I think it's very cool and exciting to hear something new with his vocals on there again. Yeah, I thought that was really cool to hear. But yeah, he sounds good, but it's just a question asked how much auto-tune is on there. However, yeah, DeLonge does sound strong on this song. But the song has a very, very catchy chorus. It's a very big sounding chorus. It definitely gets stuck in my head with the do you want to go back to where we started, back before we were broken hearted line. It's a huge sounding chorus. And I think it just fits really well with the song. I mean, the song flows really nicely. I'll get to that more in a minute. However, my main criticism of the song is just it's kind of predictable to me personally. Although like this is a little bit different for Angels and Airwaves, and it still sounds like them. I don't know how to describe it. This song it still sounds like Angels and Airwaves, but it's something a bit new for them. However, I just feel like this is quite a generic track. Like it's nothing too interesting. It's just a bit predictable, you know. I put the lyrics work well with the song as well. Yeah, I think the lyrics complement the song nicely. However, this one line that really bothers me, and I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. The shoe fits my little Cinderella line. I just think that line's cringy. Like, I know this song's meant to be a bit of a cheesy pop sort of, not a love song, but you know what I'm trying to say. Catchy sort of tune. I just think that shoe fits my little Cinderella line is very, very cheesy. Now I know DeLonge, you know, has wrote some cheesy lyrics in the past. However, I think the lyrics work with this song. You know, it's catchy. I mean, it's got a poppy vibe to it, and I think the lyrics complement that nicely. However, just that one line bothers me for some reason, and I don't know why. I like the bridge. It mixes up the song a bit, but the song still flows well with it there. Kind of slows the pace down a bit. You know, it's got a cool little atmospheric bridge. And I think it just helps to break up the song a bit before going back into that very catchy poppy chorus. So, yeah, I think that's about everything covered for the song. Positives of the song: it's very catchy, got a huge chorus, it's just got a cool vibe to it. DeLonge sounds really good as well. It still sounds like Angels and Airwaves, but it's something a bit different for them. However, the flaws for this song is it's just extremely predictable for me personally. I just think it's very mediocre. It's certainly not the best Angels and Airwaves song. It's definitely not the best thing DeLonge's put out. You know, the lyrics are kind of generic as well. I mean, they work with the song, but they're still pretty, yeah, you know. It's just that shoe fits my little Cinderella line that I really don't like. But other than that, I think the lyrics are okay. They work with the song nicely because the song's just pretty generic anyway. So they kind of complement that. The song flows well, but like, I just feel like it doesn't really go anywhere. It just kind of does the same thing for its duration. But you know, I'm not slating it. I mean, it's cool that we're getting new Angels and Airwaves music because it has been a long time since we had new Angels and Airwaves music. But you know, it's just one of those songs that it's grown on me a bit since I first heard it. Because when I first heard it, I played it and was sort of like, yeah, you know, great. Hope the rest of the album doesn't follow that direction, if it is an album. But I heard it a few times and sort of appreciated it a bit more even. Just for being, you know, its aim is to be a catchy poppy single that can be played on the radio, and it's perfect for that. So its aims and its goals are absolutely perfect. You know, it succeeded in everything it wants to do. Just for me personally, I just don't find it interesting. It's just not an engaging song to me at all. I just find it very forgettable. It's not a bad song by any means, but for me personally, it's not a very memorable song from Angels and Airwaves. So, to summarise, I think I'm just repeating myself a bit now, but I felt like that's what the song did, to be fair. To summarise, it's not a bad song, but for me personally, it's pretty mediocre. It's pretty forgettable. It's very cheesy, but you know, it's okay. I saw a lot of comments online debating the theme of the song. A lot of people saying it's about his ex-wife. I think was her name Jen. I think her name was. A lot of people were saying that it was kind of a song dedicated to her, because obviously they've apparently been through a divorce with pictures posted without the ring and things like that. So apparently it was about her. I don't know how true that is. If that's, I could certainly see it being like that. If that is the the theme of the song, I can definitely see it with the lyrics. However, I just think the song's just, regardless of the inspiration or anything, I just think it's a bit of a predictable song, and certainly not my favourite thing Angels Now has to put out. And I hope what follows improves. And personally, I think I'm just going to give it a 2 out of 5 because it's pretty forgettable, but it's not bad. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like I've just sit here and bitched about it for a few minutes, but it's not a bad song. It does everything it aims to do, but for me personally, it's forgettable. So, how's my thoughts and opinions on the Angels and Airwaves track Rebel Girl? I know some people are probably going to be upset about what I said, but please do let me know in the comments what you think, and if you agree or disagree with anything I've said, because I love talking about music, obviously. So I'd love to hear what you think of the track. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Apparently we're getting, I saw there was a tweet posted earlier, I think, by Travis Barker saying that a new single might be soon. So whenever this new Blink album comes out as well, I'll be reviewing it. Whenever this next Angels and Airwaves album comes out, I'll be reviewing it. So if you do enjoy the content, please do subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel. But yeah, if you did enjoy the content, please do subscribe. I mean, I know I only have a small following on this account. However, I do put a lot of time and effort into the videos that I produce for this channel. So I really appreciate it if you could drop a sub. I do a lot of album reviews and track review. I do the odd track review as well. I'm trying to do some more track reviews now to mix it up a bit. I did one recently of Simple Creatures, Mark Hoppus' new project. If you want to check that out, I did an EP review of that. I did a track review of Sum 41's latest single as well. So, plenty of stuff to check out if you did enjoy. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what we hear from Angels and Airwaves next. Hopefully it picks up a bit from this single, because I didn't find it too entertaining. However, it's good to see them back. They've announced a tour as well, so that's very cool. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon with another video.